All right, can you hear me? I think you guys should be able to hear me. There's a little bit delay on the stream when it comes uploading, so if you write in chat, I might see that first. Okay, perfect. All right, I think there's three people here. I can explain it real quick, the rundown of what we're gonna try to do for this one. So as you guys can see here, that is. Let me zoom out real quick. Sorry, 1 second. Let me reset this up real quick. Sorry. Okay, so we are trying to continue to defend the construction facility. Um, right now, there's two facilities that are available, and I'm just waiting for my stream to get up to speed of where we're at. It's going a little bit slow. My bad. But yeah, sorry about that. What do you guys see on my screen right now? Hopefully, you see a city. Okay, no, it is a city. All right, sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing. Okay, sorry. There's two facilities that are available right now. We have the tech facility, which is over here. This is not the one we captured. That was the one they kept. And then we have ours, which is over. Let me zoom out real quick. Over here. Now, we're going for the construction facility because that helps us a little bit more. That gives us 8% more or 8% increased construction speed versus the tech. The tech is important too, but the tech one is harder to capture, and allow me to explain why. So when I zoom out, you'll see it. We have a bunch of banners around here. So basically, all these little blue spots, blah, 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 they have their banner right here in the bottom right. Technically, you can teleport anywhere in the map as long as you're not teleporting onto another alliance's banner. So in a way, we've kind of already restricted them to this bottom right and kind of this section over here. So it makes it a little bit more confusing for them to organize themselves. So a little bit easier to defend compared to, for example, if we go over to, let me zoom in enough, if we go over to the tech facility, the one we're not going to attack, they are pretty much, they can teleport anywhere they want. This whole area, left side, top side, right side, anybody can teleport anywhere. So that's a little bit harder to defend or capture just because they can go everywhere. Hey, Ray. Um, okay, so back to what our plan is. So right now, to my understanding, based on the poll, we have, how do I say, we have 8 people who said they're going to join, and I've already reached out to all those people. We have about 1.1 million troops for this battle. It's not too bad. I hope that's 8 people versus hopefully not 20 of theirs. But we'll just have to be careful how long we fight for. But so going to the specifics of the fight, we're hoping to split this up into 2 teams, and we'll assign them afterwards. If you haven't already, please send me over how many troops you have, and we'll go from there. We're trying to make sure both teams have an even amount of troops. So team one, when you guys do teleport in, we'd prefer that you teleport well right where the team one icon is, the left side of the box. And don't worry about that. That is the wrong facility. Let me type that in there for people start attacking. I mean, it helped last time because a lot of people did attack it, so they thought we were taking that one. But I think they learned their lesson. They know that we're not going for it. But okay, sorry. So team one teleports where the team one icon is. Team two teleports where the team two icon is, and it'd be nice to line it up basically from left to right. Take this small gap by there. Actually, let me make sure I'm still sharing my screen. 1 sec. Sorry about that. All right, screen sharing again. So yeah, we want to, once again, team two line up right here. Make sure, because if you recall last time, they teleported in this area. We don't want them there. We want them to stay over here. And team one over here, generally this area. Any questions on that? If you do have questions, please put it in chat. That being said, so what's going to happen once everybody teleports in the right spot? Let me zoom out again. I'm doing this on the computer so it doesn't zoom out. That's nice. 1 second. There we go. Sorry. So what we're going to start with is, and once again, the castle, the facility goes vulnerable in about half an hour. It does not mean that they're going to attack in half an hour. They might just wait till, 23 hours from now to attack, or 12 hours from now to attack. So it could be a pretty long night. But if they do attack right away, the plan, or regardless of when they attack, the plan is to have Team 1 garrison the facility. And what we plan to do with that is Amy's always going to be the garrison captain because she has 560,000 capacity in her rally, which is pretty big. That's pretty hard to beat. So we'll garrison in the Team 1 will garrison in the facility, and that's when you're going to pick. If you're joining that rally, if you're in Team 1, please pick Sergey, or Bahati, or Patrick. Which one you pick is going to be based on which one has the highest expedition level skill. And how you find that out is you go to Heroes. And for example, if I pick Sergey, go over to Skills, that's level 4. And then let's see how that compares to Bahati. Level 3. I'll pick Sergey. How's that compare to Patrick? Level 4. Now, so it's either Sergey or Patrick that I'll pick. At the moment, I kind of like Patrick a little bit better, just because that gives us more health. But either Sergey or Patrick works pretty well. Now, if Amy's here, Amy, just use whichever is your strongest characters. Do not worry about which characters to pick. Your strongest characters with the right expedition buffs. I would say if you have to decide between Flint or Bahati, I'd pick Bahati, ultimately, for Amy. But everyone else, Sergey, Bahati, or Patrick. These 3 right here for defense. There's no questions on that, or if there's any questions, once again, please throw it in chat. So yes, basically, and also when you deploy to it, please send a 50, 25, 25 ratio. And how you do that is, I'll just do one right now, for example. When you're joining the rally, you'll get this option here, balance. Obviously, select the characters you want. So let's say this is defense. I'm going to change this out to Patrick. Doesn't really matter if you're joining a rally who your second and third characters are. It's your first character that matters. And then I'm going to change this over to 50%. Because they have to kill all the infantry first before they can attack lancers and marksmen. So the more infantry you have, the lot harder it is to defend. And there you go. I have a 50, 25, 25 ratio for defense, and send as many troops as you can. We're not equalizing. Just send as many as you can in that rally. So that's defense. Now, if they attack us, the key thing here is we'll see them. We'll get a little icon telling us how far they're coming from and what time they'll arrive there. So when it's about, say, 30 seconds or so. Or basically, let's go with 30 seconds. I'll tell you guys when. We will start sending our own individual marches to the construction facility to provide reinforcements. Because when they attack, we're going to lose some troops. But if we, kind of like the last battle, if we send our reinforcements right after their attack, basically following them into the attack, we will immediately reinforce our garrison. And we can spend the rest of the time healing our troops. Makes it a lot easier instead of just constantly sending marches back and forth and getting, kicked out, rejected, etc. So that's how we'll do it. But like I said, we'll let you guys know when to send your reinforcements. Now, let's say we end up losing the garrison. We get kicked out by them. What we'll do instead, we'll be patient. The nice part about this, and also it's kind of also the bane of this game, is if you lose control of the facility, the timer restarts. So the enemy team, eWM, will have to hold the facility for 15 minutes. So it doesn't, so let's say if we were holding it, if they hold it and it drops down to 8 minutes by the time they lose it, the timer restarts. We have to hold it for 15 minutes again. So that's a nice part. So it allows us to not panic. So if we lose it, we'll get our troops back, we'll heal them. Team 2 will start a 5-minute rally. These are the offensive-minded folks. And similar to Team 1, you'll have a specific composition. If you're joining the rally, go for JJJS. And you've probably heard me say that 1,000 times by now, and you're like, when will he shut up about JJJS? I don't know. I'm going to probably keep saying it for a while. And what that stands for is Jesse, Jasser. I don't have Geronimo. I think only one person in this alliance has Geronimo. And Sion. And the same thing with defense. Choose the one that has the highest expedition skill. Probably for most, it's going to be Jessie, just because we tend to get a lot of her shards. But for example, Jessie, I have a level 4 expedition skill, the first one. So I'm going to go with that one. So choose one of those, whichever one has the highest expedition skill. And then when it comes to ratio, instead, and we'll repeat this during the fight, we go with 25, 25, 50. So basically the inverted. Remember, the original one was 50, 25, 25 for defense. And now for offense, 25, 25, 50. And same thing, so I'm going to change this out to Jesse. First slot. Doesn't really matter which your second and third are. Once again, Amy, just choose your strongest characters. And then I'm going to change this over to 25, 50. There we go. And what that allows us to do, because it basically allows the marksman to wreck their infantry if they're defending. So remember, we have to kill all of their infantry before we can attack the rest of their facility. So that's the ideal ratio, generally speaking. And same thing, send full marches, don't equalize it, and we should be good to go. Now remember, that's probably what's going to happen is, I'll have to time this one carefully. And we'll make it more clear during the fight, but it might be Team 1 that starts off with it. Team 1, after they're fully healed, they will send in a 5-minute rally, and with about 1 minute before that rally starts, Team 2 will send in a rally. The idea is Team 1 will clear or inflict as much damage as they can. They're going to lose. Team 1 is going to lose, but we will weaken them enough to where the Team 2's rally will weaken them enough to where when Team 1 arrives a few seconds after, they'll kick them out of the facility, and it's theirs again, and we're back to defending. And that's pretty much it, really. Like I said, slow, methodical, we should be fine. It really becomes a key of how fast it takes us to heal our troops. But if we do it right, it shouldn't be a problem. But yeah. Any questions on that? I know we covered a lot, but hopefully it wasn't too confusing. But yeah, if you have any questions, please let me know. And I know there's a little bit of delay, so I'll wait to check how the chat's going. Oh, you mean all your expedition skills? I would say then troop count. Like I say, just send as many troops as you can. Don't even try to reduce it. Expedition skills. For me, my preference for defense is Patrick, just because I like more health. For offense, you can't really go wrong with whichever one you pick. All the offensive characters' expedition skills are really just the same. 20% more or 15% more damage. So just choose whichever looks coolest to you if they're all equally the same level. Not yet, Alex. We're working on that. Basically trying to get the troop count right now, but at the moment, let me open up. I have my little spreadsheet at work here. Right now, hopefully Caleb will be able to join, but I only have the count for 7 people. Team 1 right now has Amy, Raven, me, Banshee. That puts us at 571,000 troops. And then Team 2, still waiting for everyone else to respond. That has Dackleberry, Baltic, and Lord Gerbil. And we have 426,000 troops. So we'll probably have to fill in a little bit for Team 2. But we'll make it clear who's on which team before we start. We still have at least 37 minutes before the facility opens. Correct. Defense 50, 25, 25. And then offense, the opposite. Just remember maybe that's not the greatest example, but if it's defense, you want more infantry. If it's offense, you want more marksmen. But you can't just simply send just marksmen, because they'll get wrecked. Yep. If there are any other questions, feel free to ask. I'll be around for a bit. But yeah, really the key of this fight is to start inflicting so many casualties on them that they can't heal them. And ultimately, that's what caused them to lose the last fight. They started actually losing troops because their infirmaries were full. So if we can get them to get to that point, we might be successful. And who knows? They might. Nah. We'll go with the same plan. There you go. Now, just remember, and I know I say it a lot, JJJS, Super Best Pals, SBP for defense. But I will, I would say just choose right now. Do you want Sergey, Bahati, or Patrick? And just stick with that. Offense, do you want Jesse, Jasser, Geronimo, or Sion? Choose that and just stick with that, and you should be okay. Now, since you're all here, just to give some context, all this ultimately is very similar to what's going to happen in a few days, if not 2 weeks from now. Let me get to it real quick. Let me zoom out. You've probably seen it in the events tab already, but in 6 or so days, where the heck is it? There it is. The Sunfire Castle event will be open, and this one is going to be hectic. The fight we're about to experience is just against one other alliance. This one is going to be most likely, definitely against the other 9 NAP alliances, and we'll cover that in detail later. But same process works. We got to hold something, we got to capture something, got to hold it, and we go from there. Eventually, after that event is done, then we have the bigger fight, which is state versus state, and that is that's like the Brother in Arms event that we just experienced. If you thought that was annoying, wait until you see state versus state. That's pretty much another state, state 1952 or whatever state's next to us, they'll matchmake us, can basically invade our entire state. So that is going to be a very hectic fight. But once again, a lot of these players tend to be a little bit chaotic. If we're methodical, we should be fine. Yeah, that's just to give you a taste of what's to come in the upcoming days and weeks in this game. That being said, yeah, use presets. I personally have my own presets. I still play with the ratios myself. So for example, just do your presets, click on your avatar, troops, squads, and then you got your presets. My first one is my offensive oriented preset. I use Flint for my slot 1, but that's a gamble pick. I don't recommend it if you're experimenting still. That should be Jesse, Jasser, or whatever it should be. But you can see already my 25. I don't do 25, 25, 50. I do 25, 37, 38, and I've been pretty happy with that. My defensive one, it's pretty much the same thing, but I switch out. I put Patrick in this first slot, and this is going to be 50, 25, 25, which I probably should set up right now. Let me fling him over. Okay. Yeah, okay, give me a second here. So I'm going to do Patrick. And then it doesn't really matter who you select for the rest of them. And there we go. And then set that to, remember, 50%. Yep. Voila. And then you click save and make sure you choose the right one you want to save it for. And there you go. All right, that's pretty much it. Any other questions? If not, we got about 30 minutes till it should start. Let's see. 32 minutes. But once again, doesn't mean they're gonna attack. So we'll have to wait it out, but we will put a garrison in there. I don't want to teleport right away yet. Probably, closer to 10 minutes out. We'll teleport just to, I don't know, give them false hopes that we're not going to try to defend it or something. We can't do that fooling tactic that we did. Remember the last time somebody attacked the other facility, so they thought we were going there. Actually, I'm curious if anyone is going to that facility right now. Let's take a look. No, don't see any of them. They usually have a member sitting out here waiting, so curious if there's anyone in it. Yeah, no, doesn't seem like anybody's here. But I still don't want to capture that one. We'll go with the one we currently have. Yeah, that's all I got. If you guys have any other questions, please feel free to reach out in the game chat box, and I'll end the stream. Thanks for joining, and this should be pretty fun.